Lesson 3 is where we learn about the service strategy process of financial management, which contains 3 main objectives. First, we'll understand why financial management is important. Next, we'll briefly touch on the 3 activities within financial management. And lastly, we'll understand what a business case is and when we'd use one. The main objectives of financial management are to provide financial visibility and accountability, so we can see where our money is going. Also, we need to provide compliance and controls to make sure we're not spending haphazardly. And we also want to provide service-oriented accounting. The financial management process talks about service valuation, which is how we quantify the value of IT services in financial terms. If you were to go to the head of marketing and say, "Marketing, you used 130 gigs of bandwidth last month," they'd probably look at you like you had 3 heads. But if you say, "Marketing, your usage last month cost us an extra $1,000, they would understand that. Marketing doesn't speak tech, just like techs don't speak marketing, but we both speak money, and that's what service valuation is all about, the common language. Just like our previous process of service portfolio management, financial management also spans across the entire service lifecycle. So even though it's introduced in the service strategy book, the guidance from these processes are always happening regardless of what lifecycle phase we're in. For example, if we're building and testing a service change, that would most likely happen during the service transition phase of the lifecycle. But we need to know how much it's going to cost to ensure that we have the budget for it, which is a function of financial management, this process. So you can see that financial management is happening even during the service transition phase of the lifecycle. We always need to understand and control our costs. There are 3 main activities of financial management. First, we have budgeting, which is simply predicting and controlling the spending of money, just like you do in your household. Next, we have accounting, and that's understanding fully how your money is being spent and where it's going. And lastly, we have an optional piece called charging, and this is where we bill our customers for the services we supply to them. If you've ever experienced the sheer thrill of writing a business case, you already know that a business case is a decision support and planning tool that helps plead your case as to why a large amount of money should be spent on something. It'll typically include information about the costs, benefits, risks of proceeding, as well as the risks of not proceeding. Your business case will almost always include a financial analysis, which is why we mention it here in the financial management section. Your business case should always be based on measurable numbers and facts, such as, if this business case is approved, we'll see a 50% reduction in recurring incidents. Or, if this business case is approved, we'll see a 20% increase in server stability, which will result in a 40% savings in overtime costs. These are all measurable numbers. Don't use fuzzy targets in your business case like, this will improve morale, or this will make this thing easier, since you can't truly measure ideas like morale or making things easier. This business case slide wraps up our short lesson on financial management. The key takeaways from this lesson are that even though financial management is always happening throughout the entire service lifecycle, it's part of the service strategy book, and also that business cases need to be based on measurable and quantitative targets. And with that, let's move on to lesson 4.